Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. No intro, no fancy video. AC Milan 2 into 1. What a sloppy loss. What a sloppy loss, man. That was painful. That was painful, man. I can see all your comments already. We're going to go through them, but so disappointing to this team. And I had a bad feeling yesterday. I mean, when in my preview with Martino, I said it was going to be 2-2. In the end, I was hoping it was going to be 2-2, but 2-1 Milan, man. That one hurts. That one hurts. And now the Scudetto race, I'm not going to say that, Milan are the favourites or anything now, but it's back open now. The Scudetto race has been jeopardized now. And it's a tale of two halves. I mean, we started off so well first half. We dominated them. We were the better team in the first half. And then second half, the substitutions, the Milan in general playing better and us just not being on point. And yeah, this team, after it goes on international breaks or like a bit of a break, it just seems like this team needs 2, 3, 4 games to get back in the groove of things. Like we saw in the after the winter break, we looked a little bit sloppy on the pitch. And this game reminded me of the Lazio game. It's like it seems like this team when something happens, like an episode happens, like their first goal, lucky goal, deflected goal, Diaz shoots and then Giroud gets there. It seems like they just lose their heads a little bit. Everyone's heads dropped, and this is quite surprising, to be honest. We talk about how these guys have a winning mentality, and it felt almost like they were arrogant in the second half. They were just kind of like, yeah, we've got the one goal, we can just sit now and absorb pressure and we'll be fine. But that's not how it works. Milan made the right substitutions and they punished us in the end. And now let me go through your comments, guys. Let me see how everyone's feeling. I know obviously it's going to be a lot of negativity. And I'm feeling the negativity as well. The referee today felt like, I don't know, he thought he was playing, Premier League type of refereeing. He just was letting everything go, like, fouls that were fouls that he's just letting go past. Other that were, weren't fouls, calling and, yellow cards. And I mean, yeah, Teo Hernandez, like this guy is becoming Quadrado. Quadrado is the most hated player. I think everyone will say, Bonucci, Quadrado, those are the guys that we hate the most when it comes to Interisti hating like football players. This guy, Teo, is getting right up there, right? He's going right to the very top of most hated players because this guy crying like a little every time. I mean, Denzel had him for toast in the first half, but this guy, every time there was some sort of contact, some sort of shoulder to shoulder, some sort of tackle, this guy on the floor rolling around like a little every single time. And then the red card, man, is like just absolutely cynical the way he took out Dumfries from behind. What an absolute C word of a player, man. Like I have no I want to swear on the channel today, but I'm not going to do it. Substitutions as well. I mean, we need to get into it. But Handanovic, guys, I mean, no, it's not about putting Radu in. Like we've seen Radu as well. He's not the answer to this. But Handanovic, we as I always say, when there is to praise, we praise him. When he went through that period of getting 7-8 clean sheets in a row, and I said he wasn't challenged in that period. He was not challenged in that period. What save did Handanovic make in that period when we went 7-8 clean sheets in a row? And yeah, there's sometimes he makes some good saves, but that one, Giroud. First of all, De Vrij getting turned as well. Giroud is 35 years old. He's never been quick, and now, of course, he's even less quick. He's very one-footed. He can score with his right foot as well. I'm not giving that much of a discredit, but he's left-footed. He's obviously going to cut back onto his left foot, and you let him cut back onto his left foot, and then obviously let him get the shot away. But okay, the striker can get a shot away. But Handanovic, you have to save that. Like you can't. I don't want to hear any defense league or the Handanovic defense league coming at me today because there's no way you can defend Handanovic today. I mean, even there was an angle I saw Krunic, who was about to come on. They showed so Krunic is about to come on as a substitute. And the angle showing it, like he actually does this, like because he thinks Giroud is because he's shot it kind of at Handanovic. He does this, and then it goes in because he thinks that Handanovic should save that. Surely that's at Handanovic. So it just wasn't good enough. Di Marco tags, yeah, like what did Di Marco add in the second half? What did he add? What did he add? Nothing. The one thing he was supposed to add, Di Marco, set pieces, and he put one into Rosed, like where he used to sit as a kid, as he used to say, oh, he used to come with the Curva Nord, sit there, nice story. But one went up there, and all the other ones, he's got beautiful, beautiful left foot. But this is, when you come on in the Milan derby, the mentality, like having a cool head, making sure that the one job that you've been brought on to do, that you do it properly. And he wasn't able to do it. And this is the level that this is, maybe he isn't. This is when people say that maybe he isn't into level. Maybe they're right, that he's not showing that he's into level. Onana ASAP, yeah. I mean, Onana, he can't. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to claim that he's the answer to this, but something needs to happen. It's not this year with Handanovic. It's been going on for 1-2 years, and now I'm not going to focus this whole on Handanovic, because it's not Handanovic's fault that we lost today. But the whole second half performance wasn't good enough. But at some point, I'm happy that at least now is being addressed, this situation. And yeah, it was abysmal performance in the second half. You don't just park the bus like that. It was like, and this team has shown in the past that we can park the bus. We've done it against teams, especially in the Conte. We used to do it, but you can't just do that like in the 50th minute. Like, you can start parking the bus in the 70th, 80th minute. Start slowing the game down. But Milan were on the ascendancy, and nothing was clicking off. Yeah, De Vrij again today, like, just wasn't. We've been talking about De Vrij. I think he has a decent match in general. Battling with Giroud, he lost some headers, he won some battles as well. But just that moment, the key moment, it just wasn't good enough, man. And yeah, Inzaghi in the Milan derby at the moment, not good. 1-1 in the first one, where we kind of gifted that point to Milan by the end of it. And I disagree with some of the points in there. They're saying that we missed loads of chances. We had in the first half, we had chances, yeah, for sure. But in the end, like, I don't think it wasn't that one of those performances where it's like, oh, Inter had like thousands of chances and we didn't take any. In the end, we had the first half, we were definitely the superior team. And the second half, I don't really remember even testing Magnan. Did we even test Magnan in the second half, apart from crosses and like long balls and inshallah? My bro smile, it's all good. Hopefully we get them in the Coppa. Yeah, I mean, but I said, I don't care now. Coppa is second, third priority. That's why people, talking about, oh, let's focus on Champions League. No. Focus on getting the bloody second star on this. Everything else is, is secondary at the moment. We need to secure the second star. That's the most important thing right now. Akash was coming with the only positive is that we had to lose someday, and it did happen. That's true. That is true, but very disappointed. We did so well, and then we lose it from there as heartbreak. Let's have a look quickly at the situation in the Serie A table. I mean, it was still top with a game in hand. We're still top, so nothing is, it's not the end of the world. So there's no need to panic too much. Milan are 1 point behind us now. Has that been updated actually? Because sometimes this is a bit slow to update, isn't it? Let me just double check. Yeah, it has been updated. So yeah, Milan has just won. There was just 1 point behind us, and we still have that game against Bologna, which God knows when they bloody let us play that game. So it's not the end of the world, to be honest. But now this gives Milan that boost. Now they're like, oh, okay, maybe we're not out of this. Maybe we can win the Scudetto, and maybe we can, cause an upset, and they have no Champions League, guys. Let's not forget how it helped us last season. Some people underplay it. Some people overplay it, the fact that, not being in Europe, but having 7 days to prepare for matches with their very intense style of play is going to help Milan by the end of the season. So don't discount Milan out of this. And I've said it from the beginning, man. These Milan are the team. Napoli on paper look better, but purely gotta give this guy credit. I said it yesterday with Martino. I've been saying it all season. People need to forget about the Pioli that was from a few years ago. This guy is making miracles. And I know we're talking about, the substitutes. Maybe we need a better level of substitutes. Maybe, yeah, we need to bring in Bremer. We need to bring in Scamacca. We need to bring in that. Okay, that's fine. But on paper today, we had a better team than Milan, did we not? Can you say that? We had the better team. Who did they have as centre-back? Kalulu and Romagnoli. Romagnoli, who was booked in the first half as well. We didn't take advantage of that. Kalulu and Romagnoli, a 21-year-old French centre-back that, is supposed to be a right-back, first of all. Romagnoli, we know Romagnoli isn't that good. Having Kessie was chasing shadows in the first half. They got 35-year-old Giroud up front. Junior Messias coming on in the second half from Crotone. Leao today, that's the one positive. We snuffed out Leao completely. Like, the guy barely did anything. That is, who did they bring on? Krunic, as I said, Messias. Brahim Diaz definitely made a massive impact in the second half. But you can't tell me that, because we brought on, Vidal, Vecino, and these guys that, they're such lower quality than what Milan brought on. Like, we purely is doing some magic voodoo there in Milan. Like, he should not be competing for the Scudetto for 2 seasons in a row with this Milan team. Like, that is absolute. The guy deserves his credit. And yeah, today Inzaghi deserves some criticism. I don't understand the substitutions. Lautaro, again, I think he was the perfect embodiment of this match. I think he was good in the first half. Lautaro today, I actually liked Lautaro because today in the first half, I liked, like, when always the criticism with Lautaro this season for me has been, even if you don't score, at least contribute to the play, apart from the pressing, which he always has. Contribute. And today he created 2 chances. He created one for Barella, if you guys remember, the one that just went past by Barella, and the one Dumfries that Dumfries should have scored in the first half. Lautaro created both of those opportunities. He linked up well with Dzeko, with everyone in midfield as well. But then in the second half, he disappeared. And of course, he's got the potential excuse of coming from, South America, the traveling, the jet lag, maybe not being 100%. But we need you, Lautaro, bro. We need you this season. Like, we need you to step up. And yeah, for Argentina, he seems to be stepping up. He had 2 goals in 2 matches for them. But for us, it's just not been. The Lautaro is not hitting, man. He's just not that guy for us this season up until now. We need him. Anthony, my boy in the house, make sure you guys go check out Inter Worldwide after my live stream. Because obviously Mo, Anthony, I'm sure they'll be doing a proper post-match reaction as well. I'll be on for another 10-15 minutes. Race went from 90% title secure to 90% open in the space of 5 minutes. Toughest one to take this season so far. Exactly, bro. It's we've just gifted them, like, and the whole world now has a much more interesting Serie A title race on their hand. Premier League, France, Germany, all of them are dusted now. The Serie A is open, it's up for grabs. Of course, Inter can completely close that off in the next few weeks, but at the moment, we have reopened that for Milan. Yeah, like Conte said, when you have chance to kill, you should kill. But even under Conte, we used to be like this. I mean, I don't think there's any difference in terms of the way that we miss chances now. We just don't have that guy who's clinical in front of goal for us. Tommy came in here to say the word sloppy, and you're already saying it, fuming. Yeah, it's just. I think, yeah, sloppy, arrogant. For me, that's the word. That's the right word. Pathetic, you could always use as well, as Smiley says. Pathetic is also the right word. Every time, yeah, Alexis, he lost the ball for the goal. It wasn't a foul. Giroud took it off him clean, and so he took the ball. And he does that. He has that in him. We know that he's a risky player at times. Sometimes he just loses the ball in such sloppy ways, and that's what happened for that goal. And he didn't really make an impact into the game. I mean, fair play. He only had 20 minutes to make an impact. The game was already kind of slipping away from us. But yeah, Alexis, it wasn't great when he came on. None of the substitutes. Vidal wasn't great. Vecino wasn't great. You could see we were just trying to launch long balls to Vecino. I even heard Inzaghi shouting, Vecino, in terms of when Di Marco had the ball. He just wanted to just get the ball to Vecino, and inshallah, never been upset to lose like this one. Horrible substitutes. And the Perisic one, the Perisic one is the most confusing substitution, but I don't want to speak on the Perisic one before Inzaghi has actually spoken on that, because I remember speaking about he substituted Perisic at some point earlier on in the season, and it turned out that Perisic had like a little knock. So I don't want to talk about whether it was right or wrong to substitute Perisic, because I don't think he would substitute Perisic if he didn't have to. And let me see if what's his name, Daniele Mari, the usual guy, has any quotes from Inzaghi at the moment or anything as of yet. No, he hasn't got anything as of yet. But yeah, as soon as Handanovic, as soon as Hakan once again great today, but as soon as Hakan and Perisic left, it was game over. It was game over. Yeah, Dzeko, Lautaro. I mean, again, I'm gonna say that in the first half, I did like what they were doing, but in general, it's just not the partnership for me. And until now, and it's just proven. And once again, clean house, burn it all down, Knicks knocks. Yeah, this one hurts. It hurts. I don't blame any of you guys. Pesa substitutions. Yeah, everyone was sloppy. I wouldn't play. DiMarco was definitely the worst substitute, but no one made an impact today. And I don't even blame the substitutes, to be honest, because it's just the whole team just seemed like it lost its groove. Nothing was clicking ever, and everything was just like when Vecino came on, it was just like, yeah, let's just launch some long balls. Everything just looked lost. And I keep saying it this whole season, like Dzeko, the fact that we're having to rely on Dzeko for full 90 minutes is just such a problem. Like, yes, Dzeko, I think some people are being a bit Dzeko, being harsh on Dzeko. I think he was good in general. He lost the ball a lot, but he's the one, he has to play full 90 minutes. Like, and we brought in Caicedo. He's already injured once again. Yeah, Alexis. I mean, I'll have to rewatch the Alexis one, but it looked pretty spot on to me in terms of, it looked like, yeah, he got shouldered off, but I think Giroud got the ball in that one. Yeah, exact replica of the Lazio game. I agree, Ahmad. It just, an episode happened and like the players lost their head. Yeah, future Hendricks. That's what I mean. I haven't got confirmations on that, but I don't want to talk about that Perisic substitution in particular, because I don't think Inzaghi would have taken the substitution. I don't think he would have taken him off. Changes made no sense. Yeah, I mean, the Vecino one, it does make sense, guys. Like, when you were trying to get a goal, Vecino is the guy to bring on, as you saw, like, just to try and launch balls into there. And something, as I always said, the guy creates chaos, and he's the guy that you bring on, not Gagliardini, because Vecino is that kind of guy who comes on and just creates something. But today, even he wasn't able to really create anything. You can't sub out Brozovic on the derby, yeah, but he was just getting desperate. It was just one of those where just had to make something happen. And Brozovic, by the way, one of the few positives today. Like, Kessie tried to press Brozovic, but he couldn't get anywhere near Brozovic. Brozovic was dribbling and faking him out of the press very well. Like, Kulusevski did a much better job on Brozovic than Kessie did. And Kessie, man, 8 million a year, bro, humble yourself. You these types of performances after one good season, you're asking for that type of money. You need to humble yourself, my brother. You're not worth 8 million a year. He was the worst midfielder out there on that pitch. If you ask someone who's never watched football and ask him who deserves to be paid the most, Kessie would be the worst one out there. Fair play to Tonali for them, by the way. Tonali had a big match. We lost the game because of strikers, can't score a goal, lack of concentration. Yeah. Weekend ruined big time. Yeah, man. This is the problem when you play a derby, and it feels like it's like late on, but it's only 7:30 here in the UK, and Lazio are going to play now against Fiorentina. I'm going to try maybe give it a watch, but like, it's Saturday, so now we've still got the Sunday to watch other matches. It's just, the whole weekend is ruined. Man, it's so painful. From Onana's AFCON for me saving that. Yeah, any good key. You didn't even need to be Onana to save that. That's just a standard save. Like, if he saved the Handanovic, I wouldn't even probably have praised him much, because it would be like, oh yeah, it's a decent save, he needs to make it, because it wasn't angled from Giroud. It was a good turn, but it wasn't an angled finish, and it wasn't that powerful either. You saw the difference, and I don't want to bang on about the Handanovic thing, but the difference between Handanovic and Magnon, you saw that today. That is the difference. Magnon in the first half saved Milan's ass, whereas Handanovic, maybe he's going to cost us. I don't want to say that he's going to cost us the title, but he may be. If we look at the end of the season and we look at this game and we say Handanovic cost us the title, that's the difference. Magnon coming in, there's been no difference. There's been no drop off between him and Donnarumma. The level has been maintained. Great signing for Milan. Even when he came out, remember when he came out, Hakan was potentially going to be one-on-one on goal, and he managed to get the ball, like, risky play, because of his athleticism, because he's a front foot keeper, and that's what Onana is going to add to us when he comes in. Yeah, Filippo Limone didn't learn anything from the Juve match. Too much arrogance, in the Juve match in the Super Coppa, we managed to turn it in terms of just Juve were the ones that kind of set back against us, but Milan just kept coming at us. It just did not work, and it was not the right strategy. More positivity coming in. Thank you guys that bringing in the positivity, trying to balance it out. Bokar, my boy, saying it's okay, it's the end of the world, let's focus on the next game. Yeah, next game. I see some Milan fans, Simeone is too damn stubborn, he doesn't learn. Second loss of the season. Yeah, exactly, guys. This is only our second loss of the season. We still have that game against Bologna, so let's not panic yet. We won't have the Champions League much longer either if we play anything like that. Yeah, exactly. We're only going to play 2 more games. If we play against Liverpool like that, we're going to get smashed. I mean, Liverpool are not playing brilliantly at the moment either, but this is not, this is not the way that if we're going to approach the Liverpool game, this is not it. This is not it. We can't park the bus if there's no threat on the counter, lack of pace. Yeah, the Tuchel one today, it hurts because this was the perfect match for Tuchel. Like, it's painful, the fact that, if you had Tuchel on this one, he had those spaces on the counter-attack. But yeah, Dzeko, why is he doing on some moments? Dzeko was like trying to take on Kalulu for pace. It's like, no, bro, just hold the ball and try to play it. This guy trying to take him on for pace. This is when, we need someone like Tuchel to come on. Or even like, Perisic, if he could have stayed on being that second striker in that position. We don't have that pace up front. In the end, when you look at the statistics as well, I think Milan, for most of the match, they had majority of the possession, which Mo from Inter Worldwide, he did point out that that's what he was expecting, and he was pretty spot on. And that's, it kind of surprised me, to be fair. When you look at the statistics, we had 46% possession, they had 54. 11 shots. Look, we had 5 on target, 4 block shots, 2 big chances missed. That's where the game, again, in the first half, Dumfries should have scored, Barella should have done better. Just not clinical enough, this Inter team, and the problem keeps persisting from last season. Let me see what they say in terms of the ratings. Hakan and Perisic. I mean, for us, I think Perisic has to be man of the match, right, guys? Perisic has to be man of the match. I mean, Dumfries should have got a better rating for me. I mean, Dumfries was killing it in the first half. Definitely should have scored the goal. And then he got that goal disallowed as well, which was, because of the Perisic offside. But yeah, he gave Theo, a bollocking out there. Like, he made him feel his presence, his physicality. He could not handle him. He was a monster today. Hakan, very good passing accuracy. Like, he was fighting all over the place. 5 out of 8 ground duels won. He made some really good interceptions as well. 3 tackles. Hakan was good, and he had the assist as well for Perisic's goal. Lautaro wasn't great. But he had those 2 key passes, the ones I mentioned. He passed one to Barella and one to Dumfries to create those chances. But then after that, he just lost steam. He just lost the steam. Dzeko 7.1, I think that's a little bit too much. And this is the problem with Dzeko. Why is he so far in like these areas? Like, we want you to be here, bro. Like, we need you to stay. Like, it's nice sometimes where he comes deep and like almost as a centre midfielder. But he's so, like, when he's in these areas, especially, like, just don't, bro. Like, you're not going to beat players. You're not going to dribble players. Just try to stay in the middle, man. Like, let's try to use your aerial threat a bit more. Yeah, he didn't win a lot. He lost a lot of duels, lost possession 15 times. So I feel like the rating there is a little bit generous. I think Brozovic as well definitely deserves a mention for one of the better players. Barella was disappointing for me today, but again, he was elbowed in the face, fouled as usual lots of times, but he did disappoint me a little bit today, Barella. And as we said, I think De Vrij doesn't deserve to be the highest rated out of the back 3. And the substitutes, quite rightly, Di Marco, the lowest rated than anyone else. There's not really much to talk about in terms of the substitutes. There's not much involvement for Milan. Yeah, I think they did win the end, win the midfield battle. Benacer, Tonali, I think they did win the midfield battle. Kalulu was good. I mean, what did Leao do to get all this? I think that's way too much for Leao. But not good enough all round. But yeah, I think Perisic showed us. Perisic was like Gersten's who, celebrating his 33rd birthday in style. Yeah, I think the Gosens thing is we're gonna see even Perisic maybe even go up to an even higher level. I don't know why people are coming in on the Vidal. I mean, I don't see Vidal wasn't great, but what else? Like, what was he supposed to do in this? Like, I've seen a few people criticizing Vidal. Uh, Milan's both goals were total flukes with individual mistakes from Alexis and Handanovic. Shouldn't beat the team too hard. We deserve the win. Yeah, I agree. But in the end, we don't expect this team to make two individual mistakes. One in this team, they've got this champion mentality where usually, there's one mistake that you're allowed to make in a football match, and usually top level, but two is a little bit too many. Yeah, my boy Jez. Yeah, I was gonna bring Jez on today, but I don't want his debut to be a loss, and I know he's gonna bash Handanovic, so I don't want to make it like a Handanovic bashing session. But we'll definitely get Jez on, man. We'll definitely get Jez on. This reminds me of the Juve match with the lead playing well, then bad timing, subs changed the game, we dropped points. Yeah, similar. Not the best start, yeah, and that's the thing, we're talking about this February period. This one hurts a lot just because it's that we've had this period now of, next we've got Roma in the Coppa, which let's see, I would just row a complete match. And then we've got Napoli. Now the Napoli match becomes a must win. That's the problem with this. Now that we lost this, not even drew this, we lost this. That means the Napoli match is a must win. And every match becomes a must win, really. So we've got no room for mistake now. That's the problem now with this, and we've got such a hard period coming up. This is what makes this even worse. Thank you, Ashwin. You bringing more positivity in, becoming a channel member, for supporting the channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bringing at least a smile on my face, because today I am not going to be smiling much. I'm going to be a sad person to be around for my family. I mean, the Vecino one, to me, it makes sense. I bring on Vecino 100% every time if we need a goal in a game. Oh yeah, don't worry about, guys. I know I posted that hater on Instagram who was sending me death threats and stuff. Don't worry, I'm absolutely fine. I actually find it funny that the guy took time out of his day to send me a message like that. Like, I feel sorry for those types of people. I found it funny, so don't worry. I didn't post it out to get sympathy. Or I actually just found it funny, and I've deleted and blocked the guy already, so don't worry, you guys. And I appreciate everyone that had my back, and I was positive with the comments, but I didn't post it for that. I was actually feeling sorry and thought it was funny. The guy was sending me death threats over, I don't even know what he was angry about. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe he was a Brexiteer or a PNP guy. Yeah, that's the thing. We knew we were going to lose at some point. Like, we can't win every single match in this big month. But yeah, Eduardo, you just took the words that I just already said. That you already, you commented it before I said them, so you were spot on already. Dumfries was great today. Yeah, Dumfries was great today, man. Like, we should have continued going down that right hand side. Like, Theo was struggling to handle him, and I'm not sure why we stopped going down that side. I'm really not sure why the team didn't continue, because Romagnoli was on a yellow card. Theo was, clearly, being harassed by Dumfries, like, keep going down that side, and then he kind of lost steam by the end as well, Dumfries. Even if Perisic was injured, Damian is your guy to replace, to solidify everything. Well, we need to solidify, though, did we, bro? We needed to bring on, I can see why DiMarco was brought on. It made sense. Like, you gotta, the left foot, you gotta bring on that attacking input, but it didn't work. The guy just put in a stinker. Hakan man of the match, lack of his defensive contribution after substitution. Yeah, I think you felt when Hakan left the pitch, you felt it for sure. I think that's the substitution that hurt me, and maybe because he was on the yellow. Let's not forget he was on the yellow, and the match was getting a bit feisty. So I can see why Inzaghi did it. By the end of the day, you felt the drop off as soon as Hakan left the pitch. Like, he was on it today, Hakan. Like, he was on it. Ricky Buzz is angry. I can feel you, bro. I can feel you. Yeah, nothing wrong with Vidal. Wrong timing of subs. I'm starting to worry about the squad. We're starting to crack. Napoli game will define the rest of the season. Yeah, once again, just like the Napoli game, let's not forget, guys, the last time we played Napoli, remember, we were behind Milan still in the league, but that was the game changer of the season. And this one might be again the game that kind of solidifies our Scudetto run. So yeah, now that Napoli games becomes a must win. Yeah, exactly. We only lost 2 games, but you can't lose against Napoli for sure now. I am heated, Sharma. We gifted the game. Yeah, bro. That's the most painful part. It wasn't even like we got outplayed by Milan. We just kind of gifted this with our sloppiness and our arrogance. I think it is arrogance as well. I think it almost is good. Like the Lazio game, just bringing these guys back to earth. Like you're not gonna walk this league. Like you could have if you were awake, if you were as you should have been. You could have walked this league. These guys can walk this league easily. But now you can't. Now that you've made that misstep, now you can't walk the league, and now you're gonna have to earn the league once again, like we did last season. Yeah, calma, Milanisti, calma. We're still top of the league. Look, you still need to look up to us, but we still have that game in hand. You if I see Milanisti piping up, I'm gonna let them know, man. Vidal is expired since 2018. I mean, I don't know why people are coming in about the Vidal stuff in here. I don't really get it. I'd rather have tired legs than let off, make subs and change momentum of our touches. Milan weathered our storm and kept on. Why did we not do the same? Yeah, they did. There was moments where we, were pressing them, and but they weathered the storm. But at the same time, we didn't kill off the game. Like we needed to kill off the game, as Adriano says here. Lukaku, Lukaku. Anyone that's had pace in this game would have been perfect. Tuku. It's just that game in the second half, especially, it was just ready for that pace to be there. To cheer up on Gajam after the death threat. Like the video, guys. Yeah, like the video, guys. I'm gonna be off soon. Make sure you guys are going over to Inter Worldwide. Anthony and the boys will definitely be doing their own match reaction, I'm sure. I'm gonna head off in a couple of minutes now. I'm just heading off. We need some pace up front. Yeah, Jonathan David. Definitely one of the guys we should be looking at for sure. We need something a little bit different next season up front. We can't go with this. We just saw you couldn't do anything. We had the space on the counter attack, but with Lautaro and Dzeko, you can't counter attack. That's why I'm not confident about the Liverpool game, because who's gonna counter attack for us? Liverpool got Salah, Mane. Now they got bloody Luis Diaz coming in. They got Diogo Jota. They got so much pace on the counter attack. Well, who do we have on the counter attack? You got Dumfries. Then what? Perisic. Who else has got the pace? Yeah, of course. There's Eric. The Serie A is getting juicy now. If you're a neutral, it's getting juicy for you. Akash says, I think we will beat Roma and Napoli. We'll need is this to check back our focus. Exactly. And honestly, I don't care about the Roma game anymore now. I don't care about the Coppa Italia anymore. We need to secure the Scudetto now. And I keep saying, I know this treble talk is nice, it sounds nice, especially when we were on top of the world just a few weeks ago before the Christmas break, before this winter break. But focus on what the most important thing is. I don't know if this squad, I don't think we have the squad for a treble level of achievement. Focus on what you can get. We could add Tonali instead of Vidal in our squad. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do that type of stuff. How useful would have Tonali? Because Tonali was not useful for Milan last season, so he wasn't going to be that useful for us last season. This season, maybe he would have come useful. But again, I don't think that this is not where we lost the match. Though you can't tell me that them bringing on Krunic and Messias is higher quality subs than what we can bring on. That squad, their squad is not better than ours. So that's not squad level is not where we lost this game. This game was lost mentally today, and the guys just let it slip. It was just sloppy today. And it's how we lost. Yeah, it means the derby, guys. It hurts. We've been dominating this game for this whole decade, so it hurts. It's nice to have that domination over them. So it hurts whenever, even if they get that one little win. Last season they won it because it was, we had the excuse, it was the cholera and we had COVID, and it was a makeshift team. There was a makeshift team for them, guys. Let's not forget Tomori and Kier. Imagine if we play Milan, and I said this to Martino yesterday, we play Milan, so they're missing Kier and Tomori, the two main centre backs. If we play without Skriniar or Bastoni, guys, can you tell me that we would perform like these guys are performing without these two main players? and without Zlatan. Like, I don't know how Pioli is doing this. Like, is absolute magician. They should not be in the Scudetto race. Yeah, it looks like Sensi might be starting tomorrow. So let's take a look. At least let's watch some other teams to maybe get some joy. If Sensi scores, I'll be happy for him for sure. 100 people, only 23 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. I know we're sad. I know we lost, but come on. Let's get the likes up before I leave. I'm just about to leave now. If we win against Roma, we probably will play Milan in the next game. But let's not look ahead too far. We can get revenge on them by winning the title. I don't care about getting revenge on them by winning. 100%. It was a sloppy mental loss today. We dominated the derby both times this season without a win. Yeah, I wouldn't say this one we dominated. To be fair, we dominated the first half. The first derby we definitely should have won for sure, but this one I'm just really disappointed with the performance. I'm actually not. A draw would have been probably the fair result, but I'm actually not even too angry at the fact that Milan got the win. I don't think it's even an undeserved win at the end of the day. Rotate for Coppa now for sure, Eduardo. Spot on. Rotate for Coppa. Focus on Napoli. Let's get the wins back for the Scudetto. Mental fragility, exactly, Miss Froggy. I agree. 45 likes now. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like the video. So Sharma dedicates to this full time. Dzeko just keeps the ball. Yeah, I agree. Especially when he's tired at the end of towards the 60th, 70th minute. He's got nothing left. He's got no juice left. And he's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Thank you, Tom GD, liking with 2 different accounts. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am sorry that this was not a positive reaction. We tried to bring in some balance. We tried to bring in some positivity. By the end of the day, losing to the cousins hurts, but it's fine. We're top of the league still. We still got the Coppa Italia. We still got the Champions League. I still think we're going to win the Scudetto. These guys needed this kick up the ass. Hopefully Inzaghi gives them a kick up the ass in the dressing room, man. These guys need a dressing down. This is not a championship winning team today, the way they played. Maybe we needed this, and we'll see how they react. And of course, guys, I will be here to react to everything that goes on in the world of Inter, match reactions, match previews. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you watch this, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Ciao, ragazzi. Hope you have a good day, but hope this doesn't ruin your day. It probably will ruin mine, but try to be positive. Ciao, ragazzi. Go to Inter Worldwide. Forza Inter.